I am Cassandra Floyd, and I am here to help see. I am here to empower CEO moms to make sure that they take it easy. And I am encouraging you to launch out loud and proud. Yes. So I came here couple of days ago to talk about, are you protecting your brand? So today we're talking about protecting your brand. And if you didn't see the video, basically I was talking to you about how the myths, there's some myths out there that people think if they do these things that they are protecting their brand. And so I learned from a conference that I went to from an amazing attorney, and I will put her name in the chat. But it was just really very good information because she was helping us, and I got my notes over here that I wrote. She was helping us to understand that you need to protect your brand. So let's go into the myths. One myth is that if you register your business on your Secretary of State's website, then you are protected, right? Nobody can take your name. You got it. It's boom. It's done. Because I don't know if you know this, but when you go to the Secretary of State in your state, you do search for the name. And if the name is used, you can use it. But if not, you can. So that gives you a false positive kind of. Okay, and then I also talked about the other myth was a domain name. Okay, I go get the domain name. That means I own it, right? No, I don't think so. It does not mean you own it. Just a second, I'm gonna give us some little music in the background. Okay, how that sound? Yeah. Now, the PIMP is walking in, my grandson. So guys, if I get an interruption, just hey, I'm not going to apologize for him because that's my grandson. So you guys can hear the music. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I don't want it to overwhelm. So if you have a domain name, you go out there and say www.igotyu.com. That's mine. No, that doesn't mean you're protected. Okay? The other myth is you are using a TM symbol behind the name. That's illegal. You are not allowed to use that symbol unless you actually went to USPTO.gov and you registered it and they said, guess what? It is official. You can use the TM symbol. But I have heard on YouTube University, you heard me say YouTube University, right? So I have heard on YouTube University a lot of times people say just put it there because they might think it's trademarked and then that'll scare them away. Well, that may be true. That may be true, but it's a myth. And also at a conference, I'm going to tell you another myth about protecting your brand. You know how when you be on social media, you'll say, this music is not my music. That is a myth. You are still not protecting yourself if you're talking about business. You are still not. Hey, come say hi, everybody.
Hi.
He's going to make sure he's on here. Say hey.
Hi.
You don't want to leave. What you want to do? You want to take over my life? You want to play? What you want to play?
What's my friends out there?
What friends?
You remember the little girl and the Holly and the...
Did they call your name?
Yeah.
Oh, well
They
maybe.
said hi.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Poppy. Well, maybe Poppy will let you play for a few seconds. And now that they're asking, I guess. Anyway, guys. So when you say, this is not my music, I do not own the rights and all of that, that's still not protecting you. Yes, I heard it straight from a lawyer, straight from the source. You are not protected. Okay, here's another thing that you're not protected for your brand. When you go mail yourself something and you send it back to yourself and now it's copywritten, no, it is not copywritten. No, just because you send it to yourself, it is not copywritten. See, as mom CEOs and grandma CEOs, a lot of times we try to take those shortcuts, and I get it. We busy. We got a lot to do, right? It is only $45 to copyright, right? It's $45 to start the process of copywriting your content. So, also in this conference, I learned that one of the things that you have to think about is if you have content, if you have a course and it's not copywritten, yes, they can take it from you, and yes, they can use it, and yes, there's nothing you can do about it. From a lawyer's mouth. Well, you didn't protect your stuff. So what are you talking about? Okay. So now that we got all those myths, some of those myths out of the way that you think that you can do to protect your brand, right? So we're gonna phase to the next level, which is strategies that you can use, literally use, for protecting your brand. Okay? We're gonna take a little break. Ooh, echo. Go and do not disturb.
I won't disturb you.
You're disturbing me now. You're disturbing me now. Okay. So now we are at the section of protection strategies that you could utilize. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and put the first one up. Number one, you want to do an online search. Just go out there to Google, Mrs. Google, honey. She never lets you down. Go to Mrs. Google and put your name in there that you're thinking of. You could even do the tagline as well and see if it is, what's the deal on it, okay? Number two, you can, I'm sorry, let me make this, why didn't I do, just a second. I gotta correct all of these. Okay. So number two, you want to do a name search, okay? So a name search, that is important. Just do a name search. You can go to uspto.gov. If you didn't see that, you could go to the other email. You have to be careful when you type in uspto.gov.gov. You have to be careful because a lot of these scamming companies will come up. And you have to just really be careful. If it is not a .gov site and it is not the official federal website, I would say stay away from it. Now, I'm going to talk about a new resource that you can use, right? Because remember, time is not on our side, right? We need all the time that we can get. Is that not true? I don't know about you, but all the time that we can get. So you can just go to that website and do a search there. Okay, should you just search on Google? No, I just told you. You also need to search on that site. The third one would be, I already said Google search. Okay, so the online search. I guess that's the online search, or I said the Google search. So let's go back to the online search. So your online search is your Secretary of State, right? So when you search for your Secretary of State, then they're going to tell you. Now, remember, that's a local level. That's not all of the 50 United States and the extra territories like Puerto Rico and all of that. Right? So if you just search on your Secretary of State, say you live in California, or say you live in Texas, or say you live in New York, which which I heard those are three of the worst states when you're registering your business. Anyway, when you do that, then once you choose that name, remember it's only for that state. So that's why you're doing the name search also on number 2, which is the US PTO.gov, USPTO.gov, right? And in their website, they have a system called TESS, TESS. And the TESS system allows you to go in there and check your name. I'm just going to tell you, it's not super easy to do. To me, it's easier to do via Google. I have found a lot of information from Google versus TESS. I think you have to kind of get used to it. And then number 4, I'm one of them I need to, the Google search, hold on. And then number 4 is, now that you've searched on your Secretary of State site, you searched on Google and you searched on USPTO.gov. You search those 3 places. Then the last place that you can, is it clear? If it's clear, you ready to register, right? You are ready to register. Now, where do you register? Of course, you register at the Secretary of State site. Of course, you register at the federal site, USPTO.gov, right? Okay, so you register on both of those sites. Now, is it super easy? No, it's not. And it's easy on your Secretary of State site. I'm telling you, it's easy. 10 minutes, boom, it's done. It's easy. But when it comes to the federal site, USPTO.gov, I recommend, if you don't get a lawyer, that you make sure you choose the option where you want a lawyer to look at it along the way, which is an extra fee. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe an extra $200. So the fee may be $350. Then they're gonna add $200 to it. So now you might be up to $600 and something dollars. Because what happens is, if you don't choose that option, when you make a mistake, they are going to correct it for you, but it's gonna cost you $150. Now imagine you doing that 10 times. You're not a lawyer, so you could make that mistake, and I'm making an even number. Now you're up to $1,050 just in mistakes, or $1,500 just in mistakes. So do you want to spend $1,500, $150 a pop, and you know what I'm saying, $150 a pop, that's $450 if you make 3 mistakes. So now you already put in the application, which is $350. Now you added $450 on top of that. Now you're up to almost $1,000, and you don't know if they're gonna call you again and again. And so this could get up to $2,000-$3,000. So this is why you have the option a lot of times where a lawyer will say, okay, well, I charge you $2,500 to register. Now you know why, because a lot of times they have to go back and they have to change it. But trust and believe, they're doing the same thing. They have a relationship as an attorney with the attorneys at USPTO.gov. Okay, now, there also is another service that you could use. It's called UpCounsel. You can do research on that on your own, but it is just a tool that I found. And so here's the thing, guys. You just want to make sure that you are protecting your brand, because if you're spending all this money and time registering your business and printing out marketing materials and doing things like what I'm doing now, and doing contracts and all of that stuff, you don't want to get a cease and desist letter and then have to start all over again. And that's what the attorney was saying, that it's cheaper just to start all over again versus fighting it in court, because that could go into thousands and thousands of dollars. So to prevent that mistake, you need to make sure that you are protecting your brand and you're protecting your content, and stop believing all these myths out here about mailing a letter and I don't own the rights to this music and all of that kind of stuff. No, you are not protected. And so I wanted to talk to you. I came on here because I am passionate about empowering CEO moms and CEO glam moms. And the reason why I'm passionate is because time is something you can't get back. And so while you sitting here trying to figure out all these things in your business as a CEO, you are losing time and you cannot buy it back. You can go buy another arm. If it get cut off, it's not gonna work right. There's so many things you can buy again, but time and health, you can't buy either one of those. I don't care how much money you got. If they tell you got 4-stage something, that's it. It's a wrap, right? Okay, so how does cancer come about? Worrying, stressing, trying to do too much, trying to, just too much. So that's why I'm here, because I've already ran into that, right? Don't want to go down that path again. Am not going down that path again. Do not repeat that path again. So now I'm here to empower you to do the same. Now, my business, the Done For You Digital Spa, I help empower moms to delegate. I help you with design. I help you with automations. I help you with integrations, right? And so we design, delegate, automate, and integrate your business systems, okay? So that you can launch your business out loud to the whole world with your zone of genius. That is very important, right? But if you get inundated with all of these processes and then some of these things like, well, I didn't know. How many times are we going to say that? How many times are we going to say that? How many times are we going to be saying, I didn't know? We have to be careful with that, right? So I am running a course, a 5-day challenge called Website in a Week. Website in a Week. And guys, the nice thing about Website in a Week is you're going to get a walkthrough, okay, of how to maximize your time when your potential clients come to your website. Right? So you want to maximize your time because you don't want to get all these extra questions. So what is it that you do? Who is it that you serve? What type of photos should be there? How should it look? What do you say to your developer? What do you do when you see lorem ipsum? I mean, is Wix a good website to use? Is Squarespace a good? What's WordPress? What's a hosting company? So what I am going to do in the 5-day challenge, we're going to walk through the things that you need to have a website. Are we going to create a website in a week? You know that's impossible if you're not a developer, but you're going to walk through all the things that you need, so the take home will be, I'm ready. Here you go. This is what I need, right? These are the things that I need in order to have my website ready. These are the things when my developer asks these questions, I already got answers. And so a lot of times we get scammed, bammed, and thank you, ma'am, because we thought that person was going to do this. See, here's another thing, is that people don't understand that there's a difference between a website designer and a website developer. There's a difference. So you sitting here saying, oh, I want this color and I want it to be this pretty and I want it and he's looking at you like you got 4 heads. And a lot of times they'll say, well, we'll do whatever you want, ma'am. Whatever it is that you want, you just tell us and we'll do it. And you're sitting there going, well, don't you know what I want by what I'm telling you? And then they pretend and they go do it. And then. So by registering for my 5-day challenge, websiteinawweek.tech, you're going to be able to have more of a handle on what your website should look like to keep people on your website 5 to 16 seconds so that they have action. But go ahead, go to the link. There's a video there that talks more about it. And it's really a fast video, like 1-minute video. We cover what we're going to do on those 5 days. I am looking for you to invite your other CEO friends to come and be there. And this is going to be an awesome... Where are you going?
Home.
Did you do your reading?
Oh yeah, I did.
No, your 20
I left mine. Everyone left their binders and me because it's a surprise. It's gonna be a surprise in your binder, and if it is, you're the one that got chose.
Oh, got chose.
So I gotta leave my binder.
He's waiting for a surprise in his binder. Okay, so he's leaving me. Bye, sweaty boy. You so
Bye.
sweaty.
Yeah,
I know. Wow. Go have fun. Love you.
I know. Love you too.
So anyway, go ahead, register for Website in a Week. It is https websiteinawweek.tech, and share this video. Share this video because I know it can help another CEO mom or glam mom. I know. I already know it can, okay? I know. So guys, thank you, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And guess what we're going to be talking about? We are going to be talking about, let me pull up my notes. We're going to be talking about women CEOs and entrepreneurs overcome these biggest challenges. What are these biggest challenges that we are overcoming? You know, in 2022, we kicked down the door for entrepreneurs. 50 plus women did. Yes, they did, according to Forbes magazine, to the point where they are almost out earning the men. So can you imagine what we're going to do in 2023? We're not even going to kick down the door. We're going to build our own door, right? So, guys, I will be coming back to talk about overcoming 7 biggest challenges. One is, perfectionism. Just all kinds of things. So you just have to tune in, and I'll talk to you soon. You guys take care and take it easy, y'all. Make sure you register and make sure you share the link with someone else. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.